What's up, guys? I'm here today opening up a Crimson Vow booster box. Let's go ahead and open it. Box topper. Open that last. I'll go ahead and start opening. It's not gonna... Token, land, Howling Moon. Oh, I do it backwards. Howling Moon is pretty good. Darren Estate. Okay. Dig Up. Dig Up is really cool. I really enjoy the cleave cost. Because it's not an additional cost, all you have to do is pay the cleave cost. Like this one, search life. Without its cleave cost, for 1 green mana, it's search library for the basic land card. Reveal it and put it in your hand. And the cleave is 1 colorless, 2 black, and green. And it's, you may search your library for a card. So it's kind of a little heavier, expensive demonic tutor. First mythic, Cemetery Prowler. Vigilance, whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, exile a card from a graveyard. And spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each card type they share. It's pretty good. And commons and commons. Foil common. Got Edgar, Charmed Groom. Move, Paragraphs, Whispering Wizard, and then commons. Tokens. Oh, another mythic. Faithbound Judge. Defender, Flying, Vigilance. For 3 mana, 3 white mana, 2 white and a colorless. At the beginning of your upkeep, if it has a 2 or fewer judgment counter, put a judgment counter on it. As long as it has 3 or more counters on it, it can attack as though it didn't have defender. So it's defender, flying, and vigilance, 4/4. And as a disturb for 7. And the disturb is enchant player. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a judgment counter on it. If there are 3 or more judgment counters, enchanted player loses the game. It's a strong card for the judgment, but it's 7 mana, though. And go. Oh, we got a foil rare. Pretty cool. Dream Shackle Geist. This one's a pretty good one. 2 blue and 1 colorless. Flying. At the beginning of your combat in your turn, choose up to 1. Tap target creature. Or target creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. And it's a 3/1. It's a pretty good card. And we got another rare. Dorothea, Vigilance Victim. A white and a blue, flying, 4/4. When he attacks or blocks, sacrifice it at the end of combat. Disturb is 1 colorless, blue and white. And Disturb is enchant creature. Enchant creature has whenever the creature attacks, create a 4/4 white spirit creature token of flying, tapped and attacking, and you sacrifice that token at the end of combat. Pretty good card. For 2 mana, a 4/4 flyer. For 1 attack, then you gotta sacrifice it. But the disturb cost is only 1 more mana. You can do it next turn. Tokens, land. Got a Hiveheart Shaman. I enjoy him. As a 4, 3 colorless, 1 green for a 3/5. When he attacks, you may search your library for a basic land card. It doesn't share a land type with the land you control. Put the card on the battlefield, then shuffle. And then you can pay 6, create a 1/1 insect creature token, put X counters on it, where X is the number of basic land cards, or different land types you control. I enjoy it because it's just a land search for you. Especially in multicolored decks. I'm going to skip these over. Let's keep sliding. Got a foil land, island, pretty cool. Swamp. Curse of Hospitality. Enchant player. Creatures attacking enchanted player have trample. Wow. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to enchanted player, the player exiles the top card of their library. So on turn, creature's controller may play that card and they may spend mana as though it were any mana to cast that spell. It's 2 colorless and 1 red. Pretty interesting. Notice they're bringing a lot of curses back. Not back, but they're trading more curses. Especially with this set, with all the disturb costs or enchant player or enchant creature. The island. Kissig Wolf Rider. 1 red. It's a 1/2 menace. And you can pay 3, tap it, exile 3 cards from the graveyard, get a 3/2 red wolf creature token. Not bad for 1 drop. Token. Oh, I got a rare. I don't know, not borderless, but the different art showcased. Growlknock the Omnivore. 2 colorless, a green and a blue. 3/3. Whenever a frog you control attacks, mill 3 cards. Whenever a permanent card is put onto your graveyard from the library, exile it with a croak counter on it. You play lands and cast spells from among cards you own and exile with croak counters on them. Bless me. It's not a bad card. You want to exile with a croak counter, you can cast it whenever. You can play lands from it too. Tokens. Okay, we got Gloria Sunrise, which is a pretty good card. 3 colorless, 2 green, enchantment. Beginning of combat on your turn, choose 1. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. or target land gains tap, add 3 green mana until end of turn, or draw a card if you control a creature with power 3 or greater, or you gain 3 life. Pretty good card, especially for beginning of combat. At the beginning of combat and your turn. Little heavy mana cost, but for how much it does, it's not bad at all. Got a Planeswalker, Kaya, Geist Hunter. 1 colorless, a white and a black. Comes out with 3 loyalty counters. +1, creatures you control gain death touch until end of turn. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature token you control. -2, until end of turn, if 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many tokens are created instead. And -6, exile all cards from all graveyards, and then create a 1/1 white spirit creature token of flying for each card exiled this way. It's pretty good card. Pretty good card, especially for those token decks. Even for blood tokens, especially from this set. Clue tokens, treasure tokens, even creature tokens. Pretty good card, and or even +1 to give all your creatures death touch. Pretty strong. I got Halana, the Ellen, for my rare. 2/3, 2 colorless, and a red and a green. First strike, reach. To begin to combat on your turn, put an X +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, where X is on this card's power. That creature gains haste until end of turn. Not too bad. Tokens, our land. We got for a rare Hullbreaker Horror. 5 colorless, 2 blue, 7/8. Flash, spell can't be countered. Whenever you cast a spell, any spell, choose up to 1. Return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand, or return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Pretty strong card, but it's a lot of mana. 7 mana. But it has flash, can't be countered. And whenever you cast a spell, it doesn't have to be a non-creature spell or artifact, just any spell. You got them. Common, land. For our rare, we got a Ruth, Tormented Prophet. 1 colorless, blue and a red. 2/4. If you would draw a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library instead. You may play those cards this turn. It's an okay card. Exiles 2 cards though. If you don't have mana, or if you're playing an exile deck, it wouldn't be too bad. Tokens on Patchwork Crawler. 1 colorless and blue. 1/2. Pay 3. 2 colorless, 1 blue. Exile target creature card from your graveyard and put a +1/+1 counter on. Patchwork Crawler. Has all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled this way. Pretty cool card. If you have a lot of creatures in your graveyard, you can copy the abilities of the creature, and this has it. Pretty cool, especially if it has activated abilities. So like got a creature that you can pay 2 mana to give it lifelink. You can give that to it, give that lifelink, and it gets countered as well. Pretty good. Got Falcon Wrath Forebear. 2 colorless and a black for 3/1. Flying. It can't block. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create a blood token. For black, sacrifice 2 blood tokens. Return this from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's not bad. Not bad. For 1 and sacrifice 2 blood tokens, especially if you're running a blood token deck. You're not even making a blood token deck, but even with this set, there's quite a bit of ways of just making tokens. Simple tokens. Blood tokens. foil, common, uncommon, sorry. We got our rare, Ill-Tempered Loner, 3/3 for 2 colorless, 2 red. Whenever it is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. Pay 2, 1 colorless, 1 red. It gets +2/+0 until end turn. It's got Daybound. And then its other side is whenever a permanent you control is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. And it gets, you can pay 2 and give this one +2/+0 until end of turn. Not bad. I like that, where you can sling the damage back at somebody, any target. So it could be the controller, Planeswalker. It's not bad. Oh, come on. Tokens, land. Dollhouse of Horrors. 5 colorless mana, artifact. You can pay 1, tap this, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that exiled card, except it's a 0/0 construct artifact in addition to its other types that it has. This creature gets +1/+1 for each construct you control. Gains haste until end of turn, activate it only as a sorcery. Not bad. 5 mana, copy anything in your graveyard, or creature card in your graveyard. Token, land. We got Welcome Vampire. 2 colorless, a white, 2/3, flying. Whenever one or more other creatures with power 2 or less enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This ability only triggers once each turn. Not too bad. It's okay. Gets you card draw for white. Common. So far, about halfway, a little past halfway. We got 3 mythics, 1 Planeswalker. Not too bad. Mountain. We got another mythic. Speaking of them, Necro Duality. Enchantment, 3 colorless, 1 blue. Whenever a non-token zombie enters the battlefield under your control, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Whenever a non-token zombie. Good for zombie decks, perfect. Uncommons. Common. For our rare, Concealing Curtains. It's 1 black for a 0/4 defender. Pay 2 and a black. Transform it. Activate only as a sorcery. And then it transforms to a 3/4 menace. When this creature transforms into a revealing eye, target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, the player discards the card and draws a card. Not bad. For 1 mana drop and only 3 to flip it over to a 3/4 menace. It's actually pretty good. And it's a 0/4 defender. Good one. Good turn 1 drop. Oh. Tokens. Got a foil rare, common, not uncommon. Mountain. For rare, we got Voice of the Blessed. 2 white mana for a 2/2. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Voice of the Blessed. As long as Voice of the Blessed has 4 or more +1/+1 counters on it, it has Flying and Vigilance. As long as it has 10 or more +1/+1 counters on it, it has Indestructible. That's okay. That's okay. But whenever you gain life, put a counter on it. So, there's multiple ways of gaining life. Link deck. And the Ascendant Pack Leader. 1 green for a 2/1. Ascendant Pack Leader enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter if you control a permanent with mana value 4 or greater. And whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's okay. It's a good small drop. For 1 mana, not terrible. Swamp. Okay. Death Heap Blade, land. When it enters battlefield tapped, unless you control 2 or more other lands. And it taps for black and green. Pretty good. And it's the borderless. I like it. It looks, I enjoy it a lot. I like the borderless. Pretty cool. Yeah, commons. Tokens, land. Hey, we got Mirror Hall Mimic. When you may, for 3 colorless, a blue, it's a 0/0, but you may have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it's a spirit in addition to its other types. And it has Disturb for 3 colorless and 2 blue. And the Disturb is enchant creature. Beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of enchanted creature, except it's a spirit in addition to its other types. And this will be put into the graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Pretty good card for 4 mana. Copy any creature on the battlefield. And the Disturb costs 5 mana, and you get to create, you get a copy of each creature. You enchant the creature too. Quite a bit of Disturb and enchantments in this deck. Got a foil common, or uncommon, common. For our rare, Geralf, Visionary Stitcher. It's a 2 colorless, 1 blue for a 1/4. Zombies you control have flying. Pay blue, tap, sacrifice another non-token creature. Create an XX blue zombie creature token, where X is the sacrificed creature's toughness. That's pretty good. It's okay. It's okay. And for a zombie deck. Strange. I never, like, they put, at least for me, I haven't seen blue zombies much. So I think they went a little heavy on it. Cigar to Summons, 4 colorless, 2 white. It's enchantment. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have a base power and toughness of 4/4. Have flying and are angels in addition to its other types. Pretty good card, but for 6 mana, or good, that lifelink. Whenever you get lifelink, put a counter on target creature. Good lifelink deck. For our rare, we got Hopeless Initiate. It's got 1 white for 1/2 training. You can pay 2 and a white. Remove 2 +1/+1 counters from among creatures you control. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. For 1 drop, for 1/2 with training. Training is a little difficult in my opinion. Good cool concept, but it's hard. It's hard in standard sometimes. An island. For rare, we got Graph Reaver. 1 colorless, a black, 3/3. Exploit. If you don't know, exploit, when this creature enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. And when it exploits a creature, destroy target Planeswalker. And at the beginning of your upkeep, it deals 1 damage to you. So for 2 mana, you get a 3/3, and you can exploit. You don't have to, but if you do, it destroys target Planeswalker. But then you take 1 damage every upkeep. Not sure how good that is. In standard, I feel like that's kind of hard because you have only at 20 health and you're having 1 damage at you every upkeep. Deathcap Glade again for the rare. Enters battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands, and it's the same one. Tap for add black and green. It's just not the showcase in borderless, I believe. They have so many different versions of cards right now. It doesn't look as fancy as the other one. There we go. Mountain. For our rare, we got Geralf, a Visionary Stitcher. Just not the showcase, I assume. So 2 colorless and a blue, 1/4. Zombies you control have flying. Pay 1, blade blue, tap, sacrifice another non-token creature. Create an XX blue zombie creature token, where X is the sacrifice creature's toughness. Okay, 3 more packs. See if we can get another mythic. Foil common land. Got Change of Fortune. Pay 3 colorless, a red for sorcery. Discard your hand, then draw a card for each card you've discarded this way. It's not bad. 4 mana. You get to discard your whole hand and just draw the exact same amount. Not bad. 2 more. Okay, for our rare, we got Darren, Bloodcaster, 1 colorless, a black, for 2/1. Flying, whenever it or another non-token creature you control dies, create a blood token. Whenever you create a blood token, if you control 5 or more blood tokens, transform it. And it transforms to a flying 3/3. And at the beginning of your combat on your turn, up to 1 target blood token you control becomes a 2/2 black bat creature flying and haste, in addition to its other types. That's not bad, especially in a blood. For 2 mana to bring it out, 2/1, flying. Whenever this enters the battlefield or another creature you control dies, create a blood token, and you can make blood tokens creatures on the other side. Not bad. Standard, I'm not sure how many people are running blood token decks. Yeah, so we got a rare, a foil, Investigator's Journal, 2 colorless artifact. When it enters battlefield with a number of suspect counters on it equal to the greatest number of creatures a player controls. Pay 2, tap, remove a suspect counter from it, investigate from the journal, draw a card. Pay 2, sacrifice this journal, draw a card. That's not bad. It's not bad when you get run out of suspect counters, so you can sacrifice it and then draw a card as well. Oh, and then a rare, we got Storm Carved Coast. Enters battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. That's pretty good. Really good. We got 3 different ones, or 2 of the same, and then this one. Tap, add blue or red. Not bad pack. We got 4 mythics. Necro Duality, Kaya, Geist Hunter, Faithbound Judge, and Cemetery Prowler. Not bad at all. And then we got 3 of the special lands. And that's it. Thanks, guys. Oh, we forgot the box count topper. Let's open that. They really put this on. Guess they're not afraid of the card getting damaged. Let's see what we got. Gotta be careful, it's one single card. Super fragile. Got a rare. Special art. Renfield Delusional Minion. It's 1 colorless, blue and red. 2/4. If you would draw a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library instead, you may play those cards this turn. That's okay. Not bad. But that's it. Every set, I'm going to buy a booster box, either set or draft, and I'm going to open up with you guys. I might buy other sets just to make videos of past sets, so Midnight Hunt or the other sets, whichever one. And that's it. Thanks, guys, for joining. Have a good day.